What do we know about his condition? Will we see him before this convention begins?
So he was, this as of this morning, going to delay not going to arrive in Milwaukee until Wednesday. He is now arriving this afternoon. They have scrambled the plans. He spent the night at his golf club in Bedminster. He talked to a bunch of people this morning. He talked to some donors. He talked to Pastor Darrell Scott, who I spoke to after he talked to Trump. He said Trump is in high spirits. He said he wasn't in pain. I mean, who knows if that's really the case or not. But, he was making jokes with people. He was feeling good. He was sort of keeping it light. And I think that the campaign is very rattled by this. A number of the Trump people, two of Trump's top aides who have been with him for a long time were in Pennsylvania with him. They feel very rattled. A huge bunch of people from the campaign were in Milwaukee. They feel rattled. But they also see this as an opportunity to really sort of rise above it, portray him as a statesman who's unifying the country. And I think that they're sort of ripping up plans and reapproaching how they're going to think about the convention.
Well, that's exactly what I wanted to ask you, Nancy. The very nature of this week here in Milwaukee was supposed to be very different. It was supposed to be a rah-rah celebration of effectively the coronation of Donald Trump as the nominee. There was going to be excitement around his vice presidential pick, and instead it has become about a failed assassination attempt. How is that likely to change the character of the speakers of Trump's conduct itself this week?
So I talked to a campaign official this morning, and they're not changing the lineup or like who actually speaks. I think that what is up for grabs right now is sort of the tone and the substance. I think that, there was going to be a lot of bashing of President Biden and talking about, Biden's record and inflation and the economy and immigration. And I think we'll still see some of that. But I think what we're going to see much more is this idea of Trump as, a resilient fighter who came through, felony convictions and 2 impeachments and now an assassination attempt. And they're really going to position him as even more of a movement figure for Republicans. But also, this is a moment where the whole country, is coming together. No one wants to see, a politician get shot or anyone get shot. And I think that they are going to try to capitalize on that to really reach some new voters.